Today, we are looking at how to help you guys get more out of social media. And we are looking at various case studies of different businesses who are using national campaigns, as well as businesses. We're actually looking at Kings Heath. What we like to do is look at a sort of local place each month that we do this as well. So we're looking at some businesses in Kings Heath as well. Right, let's get started. So for those of you who don't know me or haven't been on here before, my name is Donna Callender, and I am a very experienced marketeer with a very extensive retail experience. I worked in the retail sector for, I don't know, I want to say over 15 years, something like that. I worked worked in-house, so working with shopping centres and lots of roles like that, as well as working outsourced. So I was looking after lots and lots of shopping centres at head office level. And then I decided to branch out, ran my own business. So I've also been in your position as well. So I've been running my own business for the last few years, and I've been working with Maybe for a really long time, because the platform is fantastic. And I spend many hours a week, and have done over the last few years, training SMEs on how to use social media to their best, but basically to fulfill their potential, and fingers crossed, get more customers, get more footfall out of it. We do this because only 19% of the UK and US businesses have an active social media presence, and in contrast, 82% of consumers say social media influences their lifestyle and purchasing decisions. So essentially, if people are on social media and businesses aren't regularly engaging on social media, what are we doing? Where's the gap? That's the gap. We want to plug that gap. So if people are influenced by ads, whether it's organic posts, whether it's videos, whether it's reels, whatever it is they're doing, people are genuinely influenced by that, and people do purchase off the back of it. That is a massive percentage. So what we're trying to do is give you guys the tools, the knowledge, the skills that you guys need in order to drive your sales forward, drive your business forward in 2023 now. Right, so without further ado, I have chosen three big campaigns that are going on just now. So one of the fastest ways to join a conversation, or basically to drive engagement, to drive new people to you, is to join a conversation or a topic that's already happening. So with a hashtag, apologies to anyone who's heard this bit before, but it'll only take a second. But to explain hashtags, if you're not quite sure, with hashtags, essentially it's like a signpost to your business. It is like a little it's like having a business card, if you like, that you're just kind of like, you know, leaving under lots of different topics. So the topics that I've chosen for this month are Organic September, Secondhand September, and World Alzheimer's Month, because as you can see, they've got a lot of people talking about them, that it's not millions of people. So if you join in those conversations, essentially it'd be like walking into a room or walking into a party, and you've got a really big group of people all standing there talking. They're all talking about, I don't know, the football, rugby, might be a concert, might be something that's going on down at their local school. They're all having a big conversation, and you walk up to that, you join that conversation. Suddenly, you're involved in that conversation, you're a key player in that conversation. Suddenly, people go away going, oh, I met Donna today, I met so-and-so today, and they all leapfrog from there. So that is what a hashtag is. It's like a digital version of walking into a party where lots of people are all talking about a thing. And then what we want to do is make sure that you're using the right hashtags for your business as an independent retailer. So the ones that I've chosen this month, as I say, are ones that are just they're out there, people are talking about them, and of course what we do at Maybe is we collate all the hashtags or all the big campaigns, if you like, and we put them onto the calendar. So I'll show you that later, where you can see if there's one that's just for today. So I think today's Roald Story Day, I think it is. So again, if that resonates with you, why not do a bit of content on it? So that's the idea. We'll look at some of these hashtags, what's going on, the types of businesses that are using them, the type of content that they're using, and then look at how we can frame it for you. If possible, if you'd like to, we've done this the last couple of weeks and it's worked really well. If you want to use the Q&A button, and you can tell me what type of business that you are, maybe where you're from, and of course ask questions. But it means that, you know, if I'm looking at the Organic September and you're a particular type of sector or business, then I'm able to hopefully frame some ideas on the spot around you guys. So feel free to pop it in the Q&A and let me know who you are and what kind of business you're in. So this is Organic September. So this is going on for the whole month. So we're only on the 13th, aren't we? So you've still got the rest of the month if you do want to use this. So this is now on 40,000 posts, which means 40,000, roughly, like it's either people that have used it multiple times, but generally speaking, it's up to 40,000 people have posted about this so far. Now, again, this might be some from last year as well, but ultimately these are going on every single day, people using them, talking about them. And then when you go in to follow a hashtag, so I'm already following this, you're going to follow a hashtag, you see the top posts. So what I'm going to do today is have a little look at the types of businesses that are talking about that are using Organic September, the kind of content they're doing, and then ideally see if I can try and sort of pull that back to you guys. So I've seen some bits coming in the Q&A just now, so I will monitor that in a wee second. So I think what you can see here is a lot of this. So it's Organic September. You are going to see an awful lot of recipes. If you are a retailer who has anything at all to do with food, whether it is that you actually sell the end product, or whether it's, you know, you're a small restaurant, a deli, a bakery, anything like that, anything that involves sort of food or ingredients, anything like that. If you do anything organic, please use this as an opportunity to create some content around it. Even if it's one item, it doesn't matter, but this is classic. So when you're doing anything to do with food recipes, anything like that, it's always about the image. So caption you with, I mean, that looks amazing to me. I love a salad, but this is an absolutely beautiful salad. It is all about the image. It's all, you know, you can see that you know, someone's holding the plate up. It's just taken literally like that from here. That isn't something that, you know, like, well, apparently it's an easy peasy 5-minute salad. But you know, that is something that anybody could put together. So always make sure you get the image right. It is about the image to capture people when it comes to food. It's that M&S effect. We call it hashtag food porn, that kind of thing. It is about capturing people as they land on it. And then what she's done is she said, easy breezy 5-minute salad that everyone loves, and it's ideal for hot nights. Well, actually, that's very timely because it's been roasting. Add chickpeas or beans, hands full of cooked noodles, quinoa, and basically she's talking about how to turn it into even a healthier. As it's Organic September, I've recommended some of my favorite organic kitchen ingredients and brands in my stories. So this is multiple. This is to get you to a few things. She's done the post using Organic September. She wants to talk about her recipes and, you know, get people interested, right? She's given the recipe there, which is great. She's told us what to actually do, which is great. Again, you can do a video on this. Literally, you can get one of these little tripods. You can see there. You can get a little tripod. You can hold it over your food, and literally if it's just hands, you know, like chopping different things, just take lots of little videos and pop it together as a reel. Ultimately, you can just do this, but sometimes it's all in the details. So I, as somebody who loves food, loves a salad, things like that, I would choose to save that to a collection. So that's that little button down there. That's what you want. You want people to save these. So then by shouting out to her suppliers or favorite people that she likes, that it might be suppliers to her as maybe a person, a business, but equally it might also be just people that she really likes or maybe wants to work with. You can do this too. You can 100%, it doesn't matter whether you're using Organic September or any other content. If there's businesses that you really like, suppliers that you like, ingredients you like, brands that you like, tag them. 100% tag them and tell them that you like them and, you know, you use them regularly and your customers absolutely love them and blah, blah, blah. And saying that it's in her stories also helps. So then that takes me from her post. If I've never seen it before and I've come off the back of Organic September, I've landed going, oh, I like this. I'm going to save that to my collection. I'm going to do that recipe. Oh, wonder where you get some of your organic ingredients. I then go into her stories. I'm there, I'm captured. So think about the customer journey. Think about where you want them to go, because they're going to land in it from a hashtag. So, and obviously there might be people that already know her, but I've landed from the hashtag. I've gone in, I'm captured by the image. I've got my recipe. I'm likely to save that to a collection so that I can do it in future, because that's what people do with recipes. And then if I want to find out the suppliers, yeah, she's put some there, which is great because they're more likely to then reshare it on her behalf, which, you know, sharing is caring. That's how Instagram works. But equally, it does mean that you can then go back to her stories so that you get into her stories and learn more about her, etc. So really, really well done. It's such a good way of doing it. And then, of course, you've got, I mean, you're always going to get things like with kids and things like that, aren't you? So this, again, is going to be people doing her little flapjacks. This is the kids all getting together and doing a little reel. Again, it's an ideal. So as you can see, she's done it with a video, putting all the bits together. Anybody that has their kids and stuff, it always works well, doesn't it? But it's a really good way of doing it. But as you can see, she's done it in exactly the same way. It is bish bash bosh. Here's my recipe. This is what I've done. But again, she's used a video. Now let me just go into the Q&A quickly so I want to see. So yeah, we've got hi Amber. So we've got Glasswell's Home Furnishings, and we've got Kaylee, A Brilliant Disguise and Strauss, your clothing store. Lots of your suppliers use organic cotton, amazing. And then we've got lovely Karen, so pet store in Stockton Heath and Waddington, bricks and mortar and online, but prefer to focus on local. Awesome, right? Okay, so we've got home furnishings, we've got clothing, and we've got pet store. Fantastic. Do you know we've had a few pet stores on here recently? It's really interesting. Right, so here's one that any of you could use. Competition. I know we've talked about this before. It is simple. Use the national campaign or the thing that everyone's talking about for that month and do a competition on it. It is the best way of getting more bang for your buck when it comes to doing competitions. Another way of doing it is to make sure that you link up with another brand. So it might be a brand you've never worked with before. It might be a brand that complements your product or your services in some way. So think about pet store. Think about, if you want people to maybe go more, say, into your store, or you want people to go more online, is thinking about, well, who could you team up with, right? So you sell pet products. Could it be a local pet groomer if you want people to physically come in to your store? You could do a competition where, you've got to like this, you've got to like the post, you've got to follow both of you. And then you've got to say, do a thing like tagging a friend or something like that, right? They could win something from you. It might be a bundle online, bundle physically, and then they get, I don't know, a month, 2 months worth of grooming, something like that. And I know how difficult it is to get a groomer because I've got a dog, so it's really difficult. It might be dog training, stuff like that. So just think about it. Then, of course, you've got the home furnishings, exactly the same when it comes to winning. Organic September could be the theme, but it might not be. It might be that you use some of the it could be scented candles you use in your showroom, who knows? Or it might be items that you sell online that's part of it. Or it might be certain ingredients that go into things. It might be products or suppliers that you use. But think about how you could frame a competition to win a thing, but always make sure, honestly, you get more bang for your buck if you use a national hashtag and you use and you work with a supplier on it. Honestly, you will get so much more engagement. As you can see, people really love this. Always make sure you use the right T's and C's. So here she's putting this giveaway is not affiliated in any way with Instagram. That's something that Instagram like you to say. And let's make it Organic September unforgettable. She's just made it really easy, and this is literally just to win this wee pack. I mean, it's not loads. So they've teamed up with Pearl's Portions to give a fantastic giveaway. You get 3 bags of organic snacks and a bamboo suction plate. So that isn't going to cost the brands the earth, but loads of people have gotten engaged with it. Loads of people have tagged in their friends. Loads of people would have then followed them off the back of it. That one would have shared that one. That one would have shared that one. Win-win. So super, super simple. But just have a wee think about, then there is the optional extra there. So for an extra entry, share this post in your stories and tag both accounts. So again, that's to get them to do extra bang for your buck, but really, if you want people to tag someone in, competitions are one of the best ways of doing it. Frame it around a subject is the best way of doing it. And equally, think about, if you want people to drive online, great. If you want people to go physical into your physical bricks and mortar store, great. Team up with a local brand or team up with an online brand that complements your business. Because honestly, that's what we should be doing on a regular basis. We should be reaching out. We should be engaging. And then, of course, there's, there's another little cute one, another little competition there. And then you've got like lots of little brands like this. So Jack's Patch, look after the soil and the soil looks after you. Thanks again and she's basically put like the eco market and all the lovely people that attended. So there it is. They're out at an event, they've taken a picture. There's all their beautiful the beautiful image of all their gorgeous foods. And they're clearly at, a little eco market. Is the perfect time to talk about Organic September. So as you can see, anything to do with Organic September, there's loads of food in there, but equally there will be clothes, as you've said, in there as well. There will be clothes. So I would do anything to do with how things are made. So where do you source your organic materials from? Getting some videos back from your supplier. So whoever supplies you with the organic materials, it would be getting some stuff from them, putting it up on your stories, putting it in your post and saying, this is why we buy from them, because, we believe that, talk about your ethos. If you do have organic products, 100%, this is the time to sing from it. But remember, there might be loads of food just because organic tends to go with food, but think about the rest of it. Think about farming, think about the climate change, think about the environment, think about anything that you bring into your business. You've got a whole month to do this. So these are just a few ideas, but honestly, there's hundreds of really good stuff in here. So go on, follow the hashtag and have a little look. Now, secondhand September, kind of similar, but kind of different. So when I did this, I put this together, I want to say maybe Friday. So that's just look at it, said an extra 1,000 people posting in there. So we've got 200,000 in here. This started as a charity thing and then it's just grown arms and legs. Now everybody just kind of uses it as a really good opportunity to promote their secondhand goods ultimately, and to look at things like being more frugal. So people are, let's face it, people are struggling with money. Everyone is, we've got a tough economy at the moment. So there's a huge amount out there about being more frugal with money, about upcycling, about whether it's clothes or whether it's school uniforms. We recently did an event with a shopping centre for doing exactly that. It was, mums coming in, donating their old school uniforms and then taking ones that, would fit their kids as they grow up, because obviously it's, it's expensive, isn't it? So it could be furniture. So have a think about this, and fully aware that there's a furniture business on here as well. So, and I know that this might not necessarily fit you, but equally, there might be bits that you do that is something to do with upcycling. It might be you have products that have like from reclaimed wood or things like that. You never know. So there are ways of doing it, but so secondhand September, you will see lots of different things in here. So here you will see the classic. Now this is from an influencer, but equally there's no reason why somebody else couldn't do this. Ignore the language, but what I thrifted and how I styled it. So this is really, really simple. So this is her. She's gone to a secondhand shop and she's bought all these, said how much they are, held them up, and then she is in her kitchen by the looks of it, and showing and then she's showing like all the different outfits together. So basically I imagine like at the end of it, she would put, how much everything costs. So basically she's pulled together all of these outfits for X amount. You will see this everywhere in September. So many people, influencers, again, like anybody, even in shopping centres, we've all got charity shops and things like that. Like it might be that you are a charity shop. It might be that you are a vintage retailer. It might actually items in your shop, even if it's just the items in your shop was reclaimed or from another supplier, or you've managed to make something work with a shop fit or something. Talk about it. There's nothing wrong with using secondhand September to talk about that kind of thing. You will see lots of this kind of thing, which again, now this is tricky. So I'm showing you this because we do live in a world where Vinted, where eBay, where all these things exist, right? Which does affect modern retail. It does affect us as independent retailers. Look at how you can challenge this sort of thing. So look at, could you do, like there's plenty of businesses now that do a kilo store. Could you do a donation bin in your shop, where people, just like one of the little clothing bins or something like that, where people can come in and just for maybe September, come in, they can donate their old item and they get 10% off a new item with you. That could be a really good way of doing it as well. So there are initiatives that you can launch off the back of this when you think about the likes of people being frugal, people worrying about money, all that kind of stuff. So there are initiatives you can use. If it's not something that you do currently, there's no reason actually, again, I've had this conversation with shopping centres recently. They've got no choice but to do these bits and do like clothing recycling and that kind of thing, because ultimately it drives people in to donate, and when they're in, they might purchase something else. So that's the kind of idea behind it. But yeah, secondhand September, you're going to see lots of things. You're going to see lots of skills. So this is someone who's gone in and they have purchased a duvet cover from a shop, a Salvation Army, and then they've come out and then they basically, because this is what they do on a regular basis, and she basically cuts it up, turns it into something else. This was a London Underground duvet cover by the looks of it. So yeah, so she starts cutting it into pieces, and by the looks of it, she's making trousers and a pair of shorts. You will find, again, lots of influencers doing this, lots of craft businesses. If you're a craft business, 100% look at how could you use secondhand products over the course of the month. Loads of really good stuff here. Equally, there might be, it might be things like anything to do with kids, to be honest, is also another really good opportunity. People love to, you know, like donate old toys, donate old baby clothes, things like that, because they've been worn once and they've grown out of them. You know, you could do little events and little things. If you've got, you know, a bunch of mums or something that might come into your business on a regular basis, you could use that as an opportunity to link up with another, with a local craft shop. So many opportunities over this month, but as you can see, it is endless. So it could be some things to do with, as I said, stuff you already do, or it could be things that you're thinking about, actually, I could do that. It could be about embellishment, back to school stuff, you know, like doing their school bags, things like that. You're a tailor. Loads and loads of options. There we are. Right, we're going to go into a very, very different piece now, which is World Alzheimer's Month. Let me just check on the chat. Talked about clothing, pet store, independent architectural, ironmongery, and DIY store. We're going to say, oh, you give me the good ones, don't you, Mary? Thank you. Does AI know the T's and C's I legally need to add to a competition? Because I don't know, it puts me off doing a competition. Right. I wouldn't trust AI with that, because most of, like, so Chat GPT and things like that, like, it hasn't got anything up to date. So it's not like up to, say, 2023. I think it stopped from like about 2 years ago, something like that. So when you go into maybe, if you type in, there's a wee blue button, if you click in there and put in, I don't know, I think competitions or anything to do with competitions, terms and conditions, Instagram, anything like that, we have blogs on it where we tell you how to find it and how to create competitions on there, Karen. We have written full blogs on it. I think we've done probably some videos on it somewhere. I remember doing a whole I think I did a whole webinar on competitions as well. So yeah, each platform has their own T's and C's, but equally, see, if you just type into Google Instagram competition T's and C's, you literally just copy what they tell you to do. Honestly, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's something that as long as you follow what they've said, it's fine. And usually it is just things like, we are not in any way affiliated with Instagram. It's something as simple as that. So yeah, do not worry about that. And then Mary, I will find something for you. I will today. This is going to be my thing. So ironmongery, architectural, independent DIY store in Grimsby. Okay. This is why I love this every week, because we get the most amazing businesses that come on board. And I like when you make my job harder. It's good. Right. So this is World Alzheimer's Month. So again, I've chosen, now there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of topics over this month, right? There's loads. As I said, today is Road Al Story Day. There's loads and loads. I think there's ones about kids today. We'll go on to that in a minute. But World Alzheimer's Month is something that touches, I think, the majority of people have had someone, know someone, have experienced it in some way, shape, or form. Alzheimer's, if you're lucky enough not to have, at some point, I'm assuming we all will. As we all know, it's a horrible disease, and over World Alzheimer's Month, it is an amazing opportunity for any business, including you, Mary, to get involved in something that could touch a lot of people's hearts. ultimately people buy from people at the end of the day. Okay, people buy from people. People want to understand the sort of human behind businesses, particularly after a really tough few years with COVID and things like that. We all support independent businesses in a completely different way, and businesses who have heart. So these are loads and loads of different ways that people are getting involved. So here, this one. So here someone is, I couldn't pass up this purple for a cause here, and then tagged in who it is hosting a purple book stack for a cause to raise awareness of Alzheimer's in honor of her month. The color purple is associated with Alzheimer's and other types of dementia. Support the cause. This American support the cause, which is dear to Alicia's heart. Donating. So she's donating $100 plus $1 for every purple stack, or book review with a purple spine cover. But basically what you can see here is this is somebody who absolutely, you know, wants to raise awareness of something that is close to their heart. It's not even theirs either. It's somebody that they know. It's a local business that they know, and they're promoting it for them. Now, if it's not something that resonates with you, why not reshare something from another business? Why not reshare something from somebody that you know? Why not reshare something from the Alzheimer's Society, or any of the local charities for Alzheimer's, dementia, anything like that? Because just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean that it doesn't affect anybody. And actually, this is a really simple way of doing it. You know, she's getting sales, so she's not, you know, completely taking the sales out of it in terms of her business, but she's donating, say, $1, or you could donate £1 for every X that you sell. So it could be that, I don't know, if you sell cakes, you do purple stickers on it, or, you know, anything like that. It just means that you are getting involved in something that affects so many people, and people buy from people. That's all this is about. It is about showing your human side, showing that you care. And actually, I think that's a really, really lovely way of doing it. You'll see lots and lots from people that are, I guess, promoting other things. So here you've got this is the dementia support. Listen back and share the remarkable stories of RDS members and their life with rare dementias. Learn how they experience diverse changes beyond memory loss, etc. Why couldn't you as a business share that? There's nothing wrong with sharing that whatsoever. This is something that's on BBC. It is, you know, that's something that, you know, ultimately from a purely, you know, marketing perspective, you can piggyback off the back of, but from a personal perspective, it is something that could genuinely, like, really make someone's day, you know, like to hear someone else's story and know that they're not alone. Just think about the reasons why people do things. This is obviously a rare dementia support. So this is, you know, like from like a more charitable support angle. You will have ones in your local area. Look them up and look at sharing them on your own posts. Any business can do that. Here, yeah, they've got that another stack again. And then you've got ways of how you can, this is only a little one and it's just gone up, but this is Huggable Heroes. So September is World Alzheimer's Month. It's a cruel disease. Studies have shown that having a doll or a teddy to care for can have a calming effect on some sufferers. Huggable Hero is made with the likeness of a loved one, can help keep memories alive. That is beautiful. It's just such a lovely idea. So basically somebody is making these little products and it's for people with a likeness of someone to hopefully spark some kind of feeling. And again, I talk about social media all the time. Feeling is everything when it comes to getting engagement, when it comes to people purchasing. Sometimes feeling is everything. So have a little think about what you have going on in your local area. If you've got anything to do with Alzheimer's, if there's a local old people's home that maybe you could raise some money for, could you do some kind of befriending service? You know, there's loads of different things that you can do. Equally, there's other things that a lot of businesses do, which I don't know if you might have seen, but here it says that early signs of Alzheimer's often include difficulty navigating spaces. you can actually get training, which I'll try and find the website somewhere, but you can get training for businesses, and you can get accredited basically, and it's usually online, where you can become accredited in basically, you know, supporting people with Alzheimer's and having an Alzheimer's friendly shop. That's another idea. Again, if you have a lot of older people who are in your area, it can be a really scary thing. Again, a lot of high streets do this, a lot of places do this, a lot of shopping centres do this. Why couldn't you do this as a business? It's just another idea that you can look at. A lot of people do things like Purple Tuesdays as well. So they have more of an Alzheimer's friendly day. But again, it's about signage, it is about wayfinding, it is about noise as well, just having the music down a wee bit. So yeah, some really, really, really lovely things in there, which I really like. And actually this one I liked because this is more about an event. So this is the RHS Grassroots. We're proud to be working with Frog Life to support dementia patients and their loved ones. So here it says their weekly Leaping Forward for Dementia sessions in their university hospital garden involve a range of activities and some gardening if people feel up. Again, if it was me, if you've got a team, get them out in the community, get them doing stuff. So again, it might not be for Alzheimer's, but there will be another month. It might be something to do with cancer, it might be something to do with kids, it could be anything at all, but something that's close to your heart. If it is, you've got an opportunity to donate an hour of your team's time to clean up a garden, or to do some befriending, or to paint some fences in your local area. You know, like look at things like that, or indeed running sessions where people it might be in your space. If you've got an area in your, might be like, you know, in the furniture, for example, it might be in the showroom, might be a little area, might be a local cafe, where you could do some, you know, I don't know, like an hour once a week, or like mindful colouring, let's a local community group in. Loads of different ideas, but just think about it when it comes to thinking about these months. They're there for a reason. They're there to create awareness of a topic, but it's a great opportunity for people to see the people behind the business, for you to support other businesses, for you to engage with other businesses, for you to share charity stuff. Any of these things you can literally just find from any of the charities. You can just share it if you don't want to do a big campaign or event around it. So remember, when you go into maybe, this is your dashboard. So we've got AI at the top, which we've talked about a couple of times before, but essentially in here, you've got loads of great stuff. So you can see what posts are getting scheduled. You can see how your audience is feeling. So it gives you the sentiment straight away. You can go in and create a new post. You can see what posts are scheduled. You can see how your audience is feeling. And then you've got all the usual stuff. So literally I can look at all my content that's scheduled in across all the platforms. It's all here. I can reply back to everyone's comments across all of the platforms so that I'm not having to go into all of them individually. I can reply back to anyone who's mentioned me. Good, the bad, the ugly. You want to be able to go back and comment on them straight away. And then these are the people who've talked about me before. They've put up a new post, so I want to go back and engage with them. And equally, you can do all the usual stuff, like you've got your weekly reports, you've got your hashtags, you've got your who's got influence in your conversation. It's all right there at your fingertips. And anything you don't know, please click on the little blue button and ask, because we will come back to you straight away, or there will be a video or a blog or something that we can send to you. We also help with ads as well. So we do training on a Thursday and a Friday on ads, but equally, like we helped this lady. So she had a store that was based in the Cotswolds, and she basically was selling clothes through lockdown by putting them on and showing them off on Instagram. And as you can see, she managed to get her conversion up by a fair amount there. And that was really, really quickly. And that was just through really understanding her audience, really understanding how ads works. And that was something that we helped her with. So again, we can help you guys with that too. And again, we've got loads of training. So here, if you're not sure on anything, we sit and record them on a week-by-week basis. We've got stuff on sectors. So if you're in a particular sector, whether it's pets or, you know, whatever it is, there'll be training in there. There will be some ideas, content ideas, loads of really good stuff in there. So go in and have a wee look. I promise you guys that we take a little look at this. So this is a business that's based in Kings Heath, and it's called, I think it's called the Early Bird Bakery. And I was having a look at their content, and I'm not going to lie to you, I got lost in their content because it was absolutely phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. It is delicious. It is what I would just born at its best. It is that M&S, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of the content, but equally what I wanted to do was show you guys how we could help, you know, like literally develop content if it's something that you're struggling with through the national days and AI as well. This is taking a wee minute. Karen, yeah. You put your hand up, did you? I don't see a question from you, my love. Sorry, Karen said that she put her hand up. I'm just trying to see. Oh, lost you for a moment. Oh, thank you. You found me again. Okay, thank you. Right. So here we have this would be our calendar. This is maybe calendar. And in here, can you guys hopefully see this unless there's an issue there? Hopefully you guys can see this. So here you can see all these national days here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit if I can. You've got all the national days. So here we have Roald Dahl Story Day, for example, right? So as I said, that was today. And what I want to do is I want to compare with, assuming this lets me do this, the early bird today. There we are. Okay. So the Early Bird Bakery, as I said, it was a business in Kings Heath, and their content's just great and anybody can learn from it, to be fair. But yeah, I had a little snoop at their content the other day and basically fell down a rabbit hole and came out rather hungry at the end of it, if I'm being honest. Right, so where am I doing here? So if you don't see any content on there, so what you'll see is all your content is scheduled in for the week ahead, but obviously if they've not scheduled in any content yet, you wouldn't see, so you wouldn't see their schedule, you would see their previous week. So everything on Zoom just takes a wee second, guys. There we go. So what we should come up with now is all of the early bird content. And then what I want to do is show you a couple of the bits that they do. And then I want to pick a national day and then look at how our AI system could develop content for them. Okay, so this one here, let's view their post. Oh my God, this one, I looked at this the other day and thought, oh my goodness. Right, you can do this with any business, remember, right? I'm just doing it with Maybe and the early birds, but remember, you can literally look at anything. Right, this is the Early Bird Bakery here. This is their signature style. They like to just do a clean plate image, usually down, sometimes side of a really, really, really sexy looking bit of food. And then they also like to do a little video sometimes of literally, you know, like someone cutting in, you know, like that whole cutting into a poached egg, that kind of thing. So remember, even if you're a clothing business, even if you're a pet store business, you can make your product sexy. Think about, and when I say sexy, it doesn't have to be sexy, you know what I mean? But they, you know, they can make them Instagrammable or Facebookable, if you like, Twitterable, by thinking about how it's going to look on your feed. So sometimes it is about looking down, sometimes about looking an angle, sometimes about literally having a flat piece of color. So think about your brand, if it's orange, green, whatever it might be, having a flat piece of color on the back. But they're really, really well known for doing that. And here they've done what we've discussed. Sesame chili and maple squash, smashed squash on toast, delish. Our new September brunch menu, available Tuesday to Sunday. And here you've got September menu, Independent Birmingham, really good hashtags. They're very, very well known for doing these. And then this kind of one is amazing. We're back today for coffee, cake and toasties. We've also got a brand new pastry menu from 9 till 4. Now this one is one that I'm actually going to show you because it kind of gives you that feel of what I mean. They get amazing engagement. So they get, 149 likes here. The coffee is out of this world. There's the image. And there's the rest of their suite. So again, really, really good opportunity for anybody to look at it. This is them putting it together. Any business can learn from this. This is about process. This is about skill. So even if it's that you're setting up your shop window, why not film it? Why not show, like a time lapse of or you do the before and after. Might be about rearranging, if it's a furniture showroom, it might be about rearranging the furniture, particularly when it comes to the ironmongery and things like that. That is skill. That is a skill. That is, and think about who you're selling to as well. What do they value? What are they buying from you? This, just because it's food doesn't mean you cannot learn from it. It is about the before and after. It is about the process. It is about the meat that's eaten. It is all of it. So just make sure whatever you're doing, do think that kind of M&S effect when it comes to it, because people do care about that kind of stuff. But just going back to the platform. Double checking. No. Hi, Izzy. I've got a clothing and lifestyle store in Derbyshire. How do I access Maybe? So literally, if you go to Maybe Tech, type it in to your browser, it'll come up and you basically just follow the process. So you just follow the process to sign in. It automatically, if you are sponsored, so if you're part of Bira, normally you would come up with that. If you are sponsored by a place, then that comes up as well. It basically just it attributes you because you put in the address of your business and that kind of thing. You basically just follow the process. It's all really, really easy. But it gives you access to all of this. It gives you, so as long as you've got your website handy, your Instagram handles, Facebook, anything like that, and that's how you sign in, and you get access. So, right, okay, so I was going to look at, right, so I am thinking, right, okay, so we have, that was from last week, so I want to look at this week. So it just takes a little beat because I'm on Zoom. There we go. Right, I'm just going to change the week because I want to look at the week ahead and think about, if you've not maybe planned in your content for, I don't know, the rest of the week, then there's some really good national days that are coming up. So I'm going to look at how the system could help you guys come up with some good content. So ignore the fact because we obviously don't have their week ahead, so it's not going to show. But here you can see we have loads and loads and loads this week. So today that's an American one, World Sepsis Day. That's huge. I've seen actually loads of posts on that today. If that's something that that rings true with you, go on, take someone else's post and recreate it, because that's what that kind of thing's all about. Friday, let's look at Friday. We have International Dot Day, random, but there we go. Great British Beach Clean Day. Again, that could be something that we could do, something to do with the environment. Again, it goes back to, September, cleaning up, that kind of idea. But actually, I'm going to do something to do with National Doodle Day, because do you know what? Any business can do this. National Doodle Day. Why not? Everyone loves to doodle. So you click into the National Day. And then what it will start to do, because obviously this is coming from Maybe, this isn't coming from the early bird. But here, when you will go in and it will start to create content for you. So once you're in the system, there is the free option, and then there's a bit of AI function in there, and then there's I think there's a 14-day free trial, and where you can really let the system learn your processes, learn your language. The AI system learns everything from you, how your content works, what content works for you, and it just gets a lot easier. So in here, it is already put in that it's National Doodle Day, so it's put all my hashtags in for me. But really, I'm thinking if I'm the bakery, I want to do a post that is about, I don't know, the benefits of doodling, something like that. And maybe I might put out some pads on Friday, some pads and paper, use it as a mindfulness tool. So I'm going to just push this down, saying, write a post on the benefits of doodles. I'll try that and see if this works. So I've decided that I want that to be an Instagram post. There you go. The benefits of doodling are numerous. Doodle, you can doodle to relax, de-stress, boost your creativity, doodle to connect with others in the doodle community. I didn't know that was a thing, but there you go, something new every day, people. Doodle to express your unique self. Join in the fun today. It's National Doodle Day. Now, dare I say it, every single one of you guys could post this today. I mean, you could change it up, but every single one of you guys could post this, on Friday on National Doodle Day. It is content. It is free content. It is done for you. It is created for you. And then guess what? If I was you, I would do a ridiculous doodle, literally grab a pen, do a ridiculous doodle on a napkin, take a picture of it and do a little competition with your team or something like that. You know, who's done the best doodle today and why. It might be about, you know, like what's the funniest one you've ever done or what's your go-to doodle is another one that you could use. I know it sounds really silly, right? But not all content has to be serious. Not all content has to be about sales driving. Sometimes it is about genuinely just engaging. And that's what social media is all about, is giving us something to engage. And as you can see it on your thing. You can choose to boost it. You can tag in products. If you might sell stationery, who knows, this would be an epic day for you. You can tag in other people. So you might do it with another business. You might do it with another person. You can make sure you put in your location if you want to drive people down. You can add it to reels. You can add in videos. It's all there. And then, of course, I want to change that to... I want that to be a Facebook post. A wee bit shorter, a wee bit more chilled. But actually, I want to change the tone and I want to make it funny. To be fair, I don't really know how you make that one much funnier. But you can also, if you have other languages, you can translate it. You can add in emojis. You can do hashtags, add in more. Obviously, they're already in there, but, you know, basically you get the picture, is that I've literally gone in. I can see that there's a national day, like World Alzheimer's Day or any of those things. I've clicked on it. I've written, write to me a post on this, and it has created me some content. What I then choose to do with that is up to me. I can then go add my own sparkle on it. I can come up with ideas, but think about it. Like, what would be wrong with you asking customers to, like, you know, take a picture of their doodle and put it on? Or you putting stuff out for people, or you just asking the question, you know, like, what's your go-to doodle? You know, like, everyone's got their own little thing, you know, if you're sitting bored on the phone or something like that, they sit and do, don't they? So it is, or it might be showing your kids doodles pictures. That is always a funny one, always really good. But yeah, super, super simple, guys. And that is honestly what we're all about. It's just about making content easy and simple for you guys. Remember, when you're actually in the AI system, you can go in and then it will come up with in the bottom right, and when you basically open up the chat, it will come up with things like, these are all the national days, and it will actually write. You can just copy and paste. So here it would have been, like, obviously this was done in May, but it would have been World National Gardening Kids Day, World Hunger Day, that kind of thing. And because it knows you and it knows your type of business, it would come up with that. So if I was a bakery, if I was a pet store, it will create content based on that for me. So I don't even really need to think about it or ask too many questions. And then here is another fantastic one that I found. This is the Heath Bookshop. So again, just another really, really, really good one if you want to look for another one to add to your competitor analysis. Some ideas. Again, of course, they could use secondhand September. They've done loads of really lovely stuff. This was somebody of our planning week, inspired by books. Look forward to opening the shop again. We've missed you. See you soon. They get really good engagement, guys. There's another one in King's Heath, so please go and take a little look at them. The other thing to do is engage locally. So join conversations where your customers are actually spending time. So make sure that when you go into the platform and look at the engage section, and in engage you can choose groups. You can create groups of might be businesses, it might be suppliers that you want to engage with, because again, engaging with suppliers is always a positive thing. Engaging with other businesses, of course, is good. It might be, I don't know, the bloggers that you want to engage with, but either way, you know, you can create like little groups of them. But equally, engaging within your local area is super important, because as I talked about earlier on, a bit like hashtags, it is like a digital signpost back to you. So I've done King's Heath here. So I want to only talk to local businesses, but obviously you can talk to national businesses if you like. And then these are all the businesses that today are getting really good engagement. So here we've got talking about headphones, podcasts, business advice, diary of a podcast. Okay, fine. Okay, so he's getting some good engagement. I would go in and I would like his post and I would comment on it, because guess what? Then the 176 people that have engaged with that live in King's Heath are more likely to then engage back with me. And I might be a bookshop, I might be a pet shop, I might be whoever, but they're much more likely to come back to me. Again, you've got this is them, Grace and James Kitchen. That was another really good one that kept coming up for social. This is them, and this is the market. No excuse to pop down to see us. Again, why not? You know, if they're getting good engagement, why wouldn't you get involved in it? The Spiritualist Church, again, a little bit different. Styling, we have absolutely loads. Oh, look at that. Wow. Delicious breakfast. We've got tattoos. It's all there. So this will be there for your place as well. So make sure you're going in, because it's just a digital signpost back to you. If they're getting engagement, these are people who live in the area who want to buy things. Tell them where to buy things, buy them with you. And show up locally as well. So every local high street has their own guide. So again, and this is for King's Heath, but I mean, literally anywhere that you guys are, and we have a guide for every single one of you guys. And basically what it is imagine having a nice, lovely map of your high street and all your businesses are on there. And then when you're in there, you would have then, you know, like imagine seeing your actual shop windows, imagine seeing exactly what you guys are doing. So that's what we've done. We've made a digital high street. So here, again, I've just picked King's Heath because we were talking about it today, but you can toggle it to all or independent. Any customer can look at this. And therefore, these are all the people who've posted recently. I can now see that there's tons of amazing stuff going on in the place. So again, just promote your place, promote these so that people can see what is going on in the local area. And then if your business isn't coming up, it's because you've not posted. So get posting, get engaged. I've shown you a million ways of doing this. And then as you can see, you can like it. They can actually go into purchase. They can Google map it to find out how to get to your store. It is all in there. Right. I'm just going to check on the questions before we continue. Just finishing up, guys, don't worry. Donna, when I click on Google Day, it messages saying I need to upgrade to use the feature, if that's correct. So basically, if you click on Google Day, if you're on it, I think it must be on the completely free account. It means that the AI system hasn't learned your stuff yet. It's just giving you the general stuff. So what you can do is you can take the idea for National Google Day and you can just go in and create a post, and you could still use the AI, but it won't automatically do it for you that way. Basically, yeah, that is the upgraded version of the system, but you can still use the AI system in the free version. It's just a little bit more basic. So if you want to use Google Day, sorry, Doodle Day, even rather than Google Day, you then go into create a post, and you can still use you should still be able to use the AI system. So it could be write me a post on Doodle Day. So try that, and then if it doesn't work, then just click on the little blue button, and one of us will help you. So don't worry. Then Mary, is it only Instagram content that you focus on? We don't have an Instagram page, only Facebook one. Nope. We cover all the channels pretty much. And it's just so happens that we're looking at Instagram today, because that's where most of the national. So if we look at national campaigns, it's easier to treat Instagram content. Facebook's hashtags are, when I say rubbish, they are a bit rubbish, right? That's the only way to describe it, right? The hashtags don't work as well on Facebook as what they do on Instagram, so it's easier. It's the same with Twitter, and it works better on Twitter to find topics than it does on Facebook. So when we're looking at national campaigns, it's just easier to show you guys on Instagram. But no, we focus loads on Facebook, and Facebook in particular, because actually that's where, especially independent retailers, that's where a lot of your business is. It's on Facebook. So we've got tons of stuff on Facebook. We do Facebook advertising training on a Thursday and a Friday. We've got loads on Twitter. We've got LinkedIn integrations now as well on the platform. It's just been the way that obviously today's gone, but no, happily make sure that I include more Facebook next month as well for the independent retailers. And then I'm here every single week, and I feature all the different channels. So yeah, so don't worry about that at all. As I said, you can compare your content to literally any other business. You can see all their content here. You should be able to use the AI system. As I said, you know, like literally on the most basic one, you should be able to use it. And we've had really amazing results from different types of businesses that we support in as many ways as we can. As I say, look, you know, this system only works as well as you can use it. So ultimately, I'm fully aware that there's loads to take in. So please just make sure you're actually going in and you are using the little blue button to ask us questions and challenges as well. If there's something that it doesn't do yet, ask on the little blue button. We literally put it into product development and we look at how we can make the product even better for you guys. So please feel free to do that. And remember, we help, so the AI platform helps over 25,000 clients reach the right audience with the right message at the right time, because we analyze 8 million companies daily, 25,000 businesses we've trained, and we've got 500 plus video training guides and assets. I'm pretty sure I did about 400 of them. So there might be a bit of an overload of me, guys. I apologize if you went to the training, but hopefully it's all helpful. But that's what we're here for, is to help train you, to help you use the system better, to help drive footfall, sales. And that's what all that, so this is like just some of the team in the background as well. We're all here to help you. That's what the platform's for. So to recap, so you can get personalized content created on demand, as I just showed you, literally doodle day, let's talk about doodles, let's create a post, done. Engage with local businesses, please engage with local businesses. It's how you will create collaborations. It's how you will get more people back to you. And ask for help. Please click on the little blue button. It's what we're here for. We want to help you. So make sure that you do click on it when you're in. And then here, this is your free trial. So again, if you haven't gone in and signed up in the app, in your browser yet, if you just do www.maybetech.com/Bira, then that will get you into your free trial straight away. And that would be, you know, the sponsored by Bira section. And thank you, Bira, again for doing that. It's been brilliant. And honestly, these webinars I absolutely love doing because everyone's super engaged. So it's always really good to push me out of my comfort zone and help me to think about all the different ways that we can use social media to help different businesses. So thank you. But honestly,